Hi, I'm Kimmie Rose, and this is your weekly vibe and mantra for April the 6th through April the 23rd. I'm doing a 2-week weekly vibe and mantra just because there's so many things going on, and a lot of the energies, they kind of like collide together, and I think there's a real important thing, like if I can do something a little bit more, like doing a meditation for you next week to help you, to support you as you're journeying along this time period. So this week, you're going to find a lot of confusion. You're going to find feelings being really tired. There could be some issues with trust with people. And also you could have some issues where things get mixed up, words get confused, especially people kind of trying to trick you, where you're gonna see people that will, like, you think want, like let's say there's somebody you're close to, and all of a sudden somebody will get on their thing and type something in and pretend that they're them. Like a lot of things where you've got to really really check details on things. Don't believe if they say, oh, if you hear your company's closing down, don't always believe things. Check them out first. That's really important that you check things out, because there is a important element of realism, being very realistic and seeing things clearly and not taking things like right there at face value. You need to check into things. Also, that's important to do when it comes to paying bills, when it comes to if you're doing taxes, being exact, being clear. This is a time where things can just feel really heavy and overwhelming, yet you also need to learn to find a nice balance within yourself during this time period. So during this time period, one of the things I would tell you is when you communicate with other people, if there's something that bothers you, like you're the type of person that if somebody, says, oh yeah, we'll do this at this time, sounds good, you go, well, does that mean for sure? Like, we could get monkey minded where you like, oh no, I gotta know. You get like, no, we are setting the time. Don't get irritated with people. Really try to keep your head clear, because this is about being clear. This is about faith. This is about just knowing that, wait a minute, my mind is over rationalizing, over questioning things. And if you don't stay with your intuition, I've been talking about this even with the whole virus thing. If you're not exercising your natural neurotrophins in your brain, how can your mind and your body communicate health? How can you communicate that to yourself? How can you even feel okay? It is so easy to get lost in things right now. And so you need to stay grounded right now. It's so important. I cannot stress that enough. As a matter of fact, I have to say, I have recorded this 3 times, okay? This is the 3rd time. And don't even know where it went. It just disappeared. So I really went into a meditation, and I said, okay, this is so important that, I felt like I needed to kind of be near. These are crystal vibrations through CCT. These are things that are really important to have in your life, and I'm going to read them. These are things that everyone, things that we need in our lives to have balance. Serenity, empowerment, expression, balance, service, leadership, harmony, support, still point, mastery, openness, clarity, self-responsibility, connection, trust, safety, love, self-responsibility, clarity, enthusiasm, growth, and trust, synchrony, creativity, and gratitude, appreciation, protection, and empathy. These are things that if you could just intend these things, we all have like a vibrational field that surrounds us, that if we can learn to work with that field instead of like carrying things so heavy in our mind, we're going to lighten our load on our health. And you're talking to someone who I have Mars and Mercury in Pisces. I feel everything, and I can be like a big giant, I guess a sponge would be a good way to describe it. I'm going to encourage you this week to look up your Chiron. If you type in "What's my Chiron," a real great website is Cafe Astrology. I love that website. But type in "What's my Chiron," look up your Chiron. Your Chiron is the planet that you come here with, and it's the challenges that you carry with you. So if you can see what your challenge is, your one thing that you need to get through in this lifetime, that one thing, what you will be able to do is you will be able to alleviate the only thing that really is going to be a big problematic thing for you. The rest of the stuff is probably being created through the mind jumping around too much. No, I'm going to say it is being created through that. Right now we have it in Aries, which means a lot of energy that has to do with where do I belong, and where do I belong in this world? And now we see it, like people aren't sure if they're going to have jobs and just a lot of things going on. But I really believe this is a time where things are restructuring themselves, where they're like, we're setting ourselves up for new beginnings. And so over the next 2 weeks, it's really important, like, if you are home and you have the time to take some classes or get some certifications, do it. I have talked to so many people, and I'm like, do classes right now, online classes, offer discounts to people. For me, I'm a hypnosis teacher. I can offer a hypnotherapy certification, and that is one of the things that we're going to see more of, like life coaching, where people are really, really working on the whole, because Mother Nature is working on us. And oh boy, we had some big storms here in Michigan, and I could feel the vibration where she's saying, that's it. I'm clearing things out. And you need to wake up and pay attention to me, to my womb. I take care of you, you take care of me. So that means take care of our bodies and our minds, and always our spirit. And the importance of prayer right now, I cannot stress. If you believe, whatever your belief system is, even if it's just silently speaking to yourself, you need to take calm time, at least 10 minutes every day, and just go in. Just go in. Siesta time, whatever, a little nap, that's fine too. I cannot stress. And without putting a company down, because I don't want to do that, all I can tell you is, when a certain type of drink is considered a necessity that is very unhealthy for you, that gives people heart problems and that, there's something wrong with that. So if we're having to take things to keep up, we need to go back to our natural rhythm, our natural vibration, and we'll never, ever have a problem with being short on work, because the more we allow ourselves to focus and hone in on what we do best, then those things, the million things, when you know who you are, if you go into a job and you're like, I'm doing the work of 5 people. Well, instead of looking at it in a good way or getting mad at it, whose jobs are you taking? Because guess what? They're going to have you do that work if you continue it. So let's make this change long term. And know, when you overindulge, just like eating, you can get overweight, you can become unhealthy. If you overindulge your brain, you can become very unhealthy. And this virus is really, the people that it's killing are people who have low immune systems. So a lot of people that have low immune systems, and I will tell you, I am one of them. And so this is where the balance is coming for me, is I'm doing what I can. And that's why I said with this, I'll do this and I'll sleep first, get my sleep, get my rest. And when it comes out, it comes out. Because I can only do what I can do. And I always give it all of my heart. So for the next 2 weeks, it's about rebirthing, centering, and really working on not having extreme anxiety. So this week's weekly vibe and mantra is simply, just close your eyes, bring some toning in. I am connected to the divine, and within me, I am capable of connecting to every source of healing, any information I need. And here's what you're going to say 5 times. Be still and know that I am God. 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 And with that powerful affirmation, as Jesus said, he said that the Creator, God Creator, is within him and he is within us. If we say that 5 times, we can synchronize that. And if you could take one hand over your heart and other hand over your belly, it makes one big difference. We've got a lot of things going on. If you are interested in being part of Camp Hakuna Matata, would love to have you join us on Sunday nights, just 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's a time for friends to gather. You have to download the app Kimmie Rose, and then Wake Up Wednesdays are coming, and they're $10, and you'll be able to take an hour class or download the class and learn all different ways to wake up your intuition. And with that, I just want to wish you a lot of peace and light. And if you're interested in a reading, we are doing soul readings and a lot of different types of readings that will help you during this time. And I'm also doing special sessions that help to balance and calibrate your frequency so that you can stay healthy, stay in balance. So you can go over to lighttheway.com to schedule a session. And also, don't forget to download Kimmie Rose, the app, and 734-854-1514. I want to give a special thanks to Gordon Harris for all the hard work, and also to Diane Bartles for being the angel who answers the phones. Peace.
like without the ends. And every breath of hers was a thorn in his eye, and every petal's blushing red. They saw my fingertips and my electric lights becoming